Hello, heroes. This is Derek Snow, the voice of Shinra Kusakabe, and you are listening to Voice of the Heroes podcast. Rock and roll.
It's the one and only one, Fleeboy Jetson, and you're listening to the number one anime podcast in the world, Voice of the Heroes. And if you're tuning in for the first time, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, click that notification bell so you can be notified for open discussions and interviews with your favorite heroes and villains from around the world. And today we got a very special guest. He is the voice of Yuji Itadori and JJK. He is best known for the role as Marco in Star versus the Forces of Evil. And he's also in the brand new anime that I personally been enjoying and love, Kaiju number 8 as Rio. And you can also catch him on Tokyo Avengers. Let's welcome our very special guest, Adam McArthur. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, dude. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for coming on to the show. Well, let's get right into it. Let's talk about your character, Yuji Itadori in JJK, which was recently named the world's most in-demand TV show by Guinness Book of World Records. Foremost, congratulations for that. And on this huge role as one of the most popular protagonists of the new gen anime, man. How does it feel?
Dude, it's incredible, to be honest with you. I mean, I am very, very thankful. It's been a dream. All of it's been a dream. It's been a very big whirlwind as well. But yeah, I mean, there's this, like, for an actor, like a dream project, right? Like, it's something that you can get on where the character requires like a lot of you as an actor. It's something that is responded to well by fans. And then it's also something that you like, and JJK hits all those things for me. So it's been really dope to be a part of something that has kind of like caught wildfire like JJK has. I mean, I'll just be like walking around outside and I'll walk by someone in a JJK shirt. Like, it's crazy. The Disney show that I did, Star versus the Forces of Evil, it was a very popular show for Disney, and we had 4 seasons, which at that time was kind of unheard of for Disney. And even that, like, the popularity of JJK has just like surpassed it all. So, dude, I'm infinitely grateful to be a part of it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a great universe to dive into. I can't highly recommend it to anybody who's not watching JJK. But as we know, in the manga, it's coming to an end. We recently just had one of our other new gen animes come to an end last month in My Hero Academia. Of course, now JJK is coming to an end. Black Clover is on the last arc, the final arc, and so is a couple of others. And I want to know, like, the transition from Yuji Ichidori to Rio, because it's like such a huge flip and a change between characters where, the last season of JJK was so impactful, emotionally
heavy.
It was real heavy. And now you come into this role and Kaiju number 8 is more like, a comic relief, but you're still in one of the main leads, which is awesome because Rio is definitely a fan favorite. He's going to be another heavy hitter for you. Tell us the transition between Yuji to Rio.
Dude, so Reno Ichikawa is he's another good boy. Like, him and Yuji they actually have a lot in common. They're just slightly different. But yeah, like you said, after coming off of season 2 of JJK, I was like, dang, I understand why actors need breaks from characters. Like, this is heavy stuff, and Yuji just goes through it repeatedly, episode after episode. And so when season 2 ended, I was like tired. I was just exhausted, living in that headspace, that super heavy headspace that Yuji was in, and towards the end of season 2. And I didn't know when JJK ended that I was going to be working as Reno Ichikawa on Kaiju. So I was like, oh man, like, what's next? Like, will I get a break? Maybe I'll take some time. And then I got booked on Kaiju. The director, Sean Gann at Crunchyroll, who's amazing, basically brought me in and we talked about it. And yeah, dude, Kaiju totally caught me off guard. The comedy, it's still really cool, and the animation is amazing, but it's also a lot more lighthearted than and funny. And JJK was funny in season 1. Like it had a lot of lighter moments in season 1, and I think that's kind of, you know, a trope in anime as we see these like really fun season 1s and then everything goes horrible.
It goes
Um,
upside down.
yeah. Also, by the way, I'm currently buying some collectibles online that was an exclusive drop at 11 a.m. So I am buying some things really quickly, really
Now that's
quickly.
cool. How awesome is that though? You're buying collectibles and you got people out there that's like in line at some of these conventions for your collectibles. How awesome is it to
Yeah,
actually
dude.
be a Funko? Like your
Oh,
character having its own Funko.
it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's been really cool. I've been a collector of stuff. I mean, you can see behind me. I've been a collector of stuff since I was a kid. And I was the kid that like didn't open my toys. I would keep them in boxes so that I could display them like almost like a toy store in my room.
Mm.
And I would like do little jobs around the neighborhood and things like that to earn money to like buy Power Rangers toys and GI Joes and all that kind of stuff. So, dude, yeah, I love all this stuff. So, this morning, like while we're recording this, there is a drop of Ninja Turtle Funkos. And I'm not a huge Funko guy, but I'm a huge Ninja Turtle guy. This whole like thing over here. Actually, that
So
right
you come
there,
from
right
my
down.
era, the 90s, the early
They,
Turtles. That was
yeah,
your
yeah,
show. Yeah, that
yeah.
was my show, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's
Oh
basically
yeah.
one of the first shows. I think Turtles, and then it was like Power Rangers, things like
Power
that,
Rangers,
X-Men. But
dude. Yes.
the Mutant Turtles is what started it all for me, to be honest with you. The action
Yeah.
figures, the big
Yeah.
ones. Remember the big turtles they used to have?
Dude, I
Like
have all of them.
you
I have all
do?
of them. The 18-inch ones. Yes, I have a. My parents were amazing. So we went to dinner one time, or we were going to my grandparents' house or something like that. And before we left, my dad was like, "Hey, should we remember how Ninja Turtles used to come with a little thing of ooze?" My
Mm-hmm.
dad was like, "Hey, let's put some ooze on the turtles before we go and see if they grow when we come back." And when we came back home, they had, without me knowing, they had swapped out the
The
little
little
ones for the
ones for the
big
eight.
ones.
That was awesome, man. Big shout out to your parents,
It's
man.
so cool. My
That's
parents were
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, that was an awesome
Yeah, yeah.
story right there, man. Man, shout out to them. All right, so
They
let's
were.
let's get a little insight. Do you watch any of the anime you work on? Like, are you a fan? You say you was a turtle
Uh-huh.
fan and you collectibles. Do you like watch and read some of the material that you're in?
Oh yeah, for sure. So for stuff especially like JJK, I mean, JJK is one of those ones that's so complicated. The lore is so sort of layered and all that stuff. And also the story is so cool. And also I want to make sure I'm doing right by the manga and then the sub and all this stuff. I'm like taking it all into account. So I read it, I watch it. I want to make sure that I know where the story's going so that I can lay in some sort of, nuanced acting here and there uh, when the animation will allow for it and stuff like that. So yeah, dude, I like all this stuff. I'm a big fan of it.
So
But JJK specifically, I watch Kaiju. I
when
watch.
when we translate, the manga JJK into the anime, how many more seasons you think we have? Like two?
I don't. I don't know. Maybe 2 more seasons. Yeah, I feel like this could be like a 4 season anime. Or maybe like three in a movie. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I really truly don't know. They're doing a lot of stuff these days where, you're seeing how the treatment of the end of Demon Slayer's going, and it's basically a bunch of movies and stuff like that. So I don't know. I guess whatever makes the most sense for them and however they can make the most money or stretch it out the longest or whatever it may be. But um whatever it is, I'm sure it's in great hands and I'm just excited for the part of it that I get to play. So
Definitely. Let me ask you a question. Do you like the new format that they're doing with anime, with like where they tell a season, or they might debut a season, right? And then they'll do a movie, but the movie will be part of the next season, like like Demon Slayers, for instance. They do a movie and it's like the first two episodes of that. Or do
yeah.
you like the old school format that they did, with Naruto, One Piece? Well, One Piece is currently still going.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball, where they have these long arcs and they give you about 1,000 episodes and they end it? Or do you like the more compressed, more impactful story? Well, Naruto had a lot of story arcs in it too, but do
Yeah.
you like it
I
more
mean,
compressed, or do you like, you know?
that's hard to say. To be honest with you, I just want it to be good. I don't
Mm.
necessarily care too much about the format. I just want it to be good. So if it means like, like I saw that they announced, and I could be wrong about this, so I'm not totally positive, but I saw that they announced another JJK movie. But as far as I know, excuse me, as far as I know, it's just going to be the hidden inventory arc. So the first 5 or 6 episodes of season 2 of JJK, all just put together and then shown in theaters. So, I mean, you know, I don't know. Who am I to? I don't know. Yeah, I just, like I said, I just want it to be good. And I do think that, like, for a series like JJK or My Hero or even Demon Slayer, they're so wildly popular that I do think that probably putting them in different formats brings new audiences and new fans to the show and stuff like that. And for me, that's kind of the fun part. Like, we're all in it together, and however we can get more eyes on this. That's why people always ask me, like, do you care if people watch it in Japanese? I'm like, no, I don't care. I don't I just like that you watch it.
What do
I
you
like that we get to
prefer? Do
talk
you
about it.
prefer Japanese or dub?
It depends, but I watch both. I mean, I watch both of a lot of stuff. Um, Most of the time I kind of go off what I like, you know, if I have like friends that are working on it or something like that. Like, I love the My Hero dub. I think they all do amazing. Um,
Me
what
personally,
else?
I have to watch it in dub. Don't shoot
You
me
do?
in the chat, but
Oh,
it's my personal, like, people ask me why all the time. It's just like just certain stuff. Like, I'm a father, so when I'm taking care of my daughter or something, and I can't like
stuff's going on.
directly look at the TV
Yeah,
to still hear what's going on. And also, I feel like dub has grown and elevated to, like, maybe before some people didn't like dub because they felt like, it was a little stale. But now,
yeah,
like, you can actually feel the emotion, the pain. You can see that y'all really put a lot of umph into y'all performances nowadays. And it's like so satisfying to watch. But
yeah.
out of all the characters that you played so far, you got a couple of great ones, man, especially over there in Tokyo Revengers. We haven't even talked about my guy, the
Chifuyu?
first
Yep.
division vice captain.
Yep.
Are there any of them that's real enjoyable for you? Like, you like, man, I can't wait to get another season, or go perform as this character again.
Dude, all of them have something that I like, and I think that's sort of like part of my job as an actor is to find something that I can like or relate, even if they're not not like a. Fortunately, I'm lucky though. I get to voice all the good boys. They're all like golden retrievers and like very sweet guys. Um, but yeah, dude, I think I couldn't pick. There's no way I could pick. But I mean, at this point,
It's
I've
like
spent the
trying to
most
choose a
time.
kid. Like, what kid is
Yeah,
your favorite?
exactly. Exactly. No, at this point, I've spent the most time with Yuji and I've spent the most time with Marco Diaz from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. So those two are probably like up there for me. I am really loving voicing Reno Ichikawa in Kaiju number 8. He's just a little bit different. He's kind of a blend between Chifuyu and Tokyo Revengers and Yuji. He's sort of like a halfway in between. He's a little more subdued. I always say his emotional state kind of like stays right in the middle the whole time. There's not really like crazy ups or crazy downs. He's sort of consistent. Um, but he loves Kafka right away. So yeah, probably the three that have impacted me the most are Yuji, Marco Diaz, and Reno. But there's also something to be said about Chifu. I'm hoping Disney at some point lets us dub season 3. Um, I also really like voicing Jono in Bungo Stray Dogs. He's another character who kind of caught me off guard, but has been really, really cool. Um, yeah, dude, I'm very fortunate to say that I love what I do, and I get to
Yeah,
do,
you guys one of the
you know,
best lineup of characters, man, out the gate. Man, congratulations to you, because it's like
thanks, dude.
lead after
I'm
lead
very
after.
grateful.
Yeah, man, and they're really great characters. Like me personally, is like I love all of them, to be honest with you. If you was to pick your Mount Rushmore of anime characters, what four will be on that? Would any of your characters make it?
Ooh, well, dang. I got to put Yuji up there. I think Yuji, like by the time JJK wraps up, I think we're all going to be like, dang, he's like, what a good boy. What a good MC that guy is. And I know people would probably, like, a lot of people might pick Gojo from JJK as like the anime Mount Rushmore, and I could probably be swayed to choose him over Yuji only because of the reach culturally that Gojo has had over people who don't even watch anime. Like people who don't watch anime, you know, we saw Usher post something, we
Yeah,
see like,
Usher,
you
Megan Thee
know,
Stallion.
yeah. So we're seeing like, JJK affect things and kind of ripple outside of even its normal sort of like corral or where you would normally see it. So I would say, okay, so one slot is either Gojo or Yuji. We'll give that to one of the slot. You got to give Naruto one. You got to give Goku one. And then the fourth slot for anime Mount Rushmore. Hmm. Dude, it's either gotta be. I know I'm picking a lot of like shonen because like Ichigo comes to mind, but I honestly feel like it's gotta be Ash Ketchum.
Oh, I like that one. I just posted something about Ash too. Ash was low
Yeah,
key a savage in
I feel like it's
Pokemon.
gotta
If
be
you,
Ash Ketchum. Well, if you're thinking about Mount Rushmore, right? It's like, the icons and
Mhm.
Pokemon has
So much
like some
influence.
people, yeah, some people don't even know it's an anime. Do you know what I mean? Like that's how popular Pokemon is. So I feel like it would be silly of me to not have Ash Ketchum up there.
Yeah, that's dope. I like that Mount Rushmore just because you put Ash on there.
Yeah.
Now, what would be your top three animes of all time?
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is one of them for sure.
Oh, good choice.
I think. Uh, okay, so I have not watched One Piece yet.
Hey,
It's
I'm
got
still
so
here. I'm
so many
with you.
episodes. I will say, I watched the live action and I was like, oh, this is so charming, and I had so much fun watching the live action that it made me want to watch the anime. But now that they're gonna
Remake it.
reboot and remake the anime, I might just like start from the beginning and watch fresh. So I'm very excited about One Piece. So listen, I know when people are listening to this, they're gonna be like, "What the? How could he not say Naruto or One Piece?" I am sort of a baby in anime. Like I haven't watched that much stuff. So I'm just going off things that I've watched. That would be my personal top three. And my personal top three would be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, My Hero Academia. Because again, that's another sort of like once in a generation show. It has done amazing things, and it's also really good.
Season six
Um,
was a masterpiece.
yeah, so
Um,
good. And then my third is a little slightly more niche anime in my top three, but it's Noragami. I love Noragami.
Okay, great top three, man.
Yeah,
I like it. I like
yeah.
it. Speaking of one last thing about animes before we get off the topic, are there any upcoming or ongoing anime series that you would like to be a part of? Now, you say you did read manga. Have you read any mangas and you're like, man, if they make this an anime, I got to get on here? Or is there any ones that's going on? Because we had a whole bunch of new ones. You're already currently in one, Kaiju
Yeah.
number 8, but something
Hmm.
like Solo Leveling or The Witch and the Beast. Would you like to be in any one of these?
Yeah, at this point, I think for me, what's really fun is getting to work with my friends. So it
Mm,
would be really fun to get on Chainsaw Man. I love Ryan, who voices Denji. He's such a sweet guy. One of my buddies. Something like Blue Lock. Matthew David Rudd is another really good dude. He's a buddy of mine. He's also Panda and JJK. So I would love to do another show or something with him. Um, what else? I just worked on Demon Slayer. I voiced a character Hashira named Noguchi, like a very small character, but I got to work on Demon Slayer, which was a nice little checklist before it's over. Um,
definitely is because Demon Slayer is gonna be one of the best new
Oh
gen
yeah.
animes. I think it's gonna be like JJK, Demon Slayer, maybe My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
of
for
those.
sure. Dan to Dan would be fun. It's just such a weird, quirky show. It would be fun to get on that one too. So yeah.
Bet. All right, now I heard something. Right? Is it true that you're officially on air promo for Disney XD?
Yes, that's true. That is
Uh,
true.
that's kind of dope. Being that you working with Disney, would you like to, play in the Marvel animated sandbox? With the success of X-Men '97,
Definitely.
would you like to, get into that whole universe or even be a part of X-Men '97?
Oh, dude, X-Men 97 would be amazing. Yeah, that would be super fun. I would love to do any and all of that stuff. The superhero stuff, I'm all about it. But yeah, X-Men 97, obviously I grew up watching the original and it would be very fun. And also I know a lot of guys that are on that show too, and like I said, it would be fun just getting to work with some friends.
All right, now let's get, dive deep quick into the man behind Yuji Itadori real quick. What inspired you to become a voice actor or
Dude,
acting in general?
yeah. I literally always wanted to be an actor since I was a kid. I always begged my parents for acting classes, and finally, when I was 16, they for Christmas got me an acting like seminar in San Francisco. I grew up in Northern California, and not too long after that, at 16, I had my first paid professional gig. And then once I learned that I could talk for a living, I was like, yes, I will do that.
That's dope. Does any of your lines from any of your characters ever resonated with you on a personal level?
Oh, dude, all the time. Like I said earlier, like, it's kind of an actor's job to make sure that you relate to your character or can understand where they're coming from and things like that. So, I mean, Yuji has so many good lines. I won't regret the way I lived. He always wants to help his friends and things like that. Um, I think the at the end of all the trauma of season two, the whole "I'll accept it, Mahito, I am you," that whole speech,
Oh yeah.
really kind of impacted me. Where sometimes you feel like you're the main character, but you realize a lot of times you're just another cog in the wheel, but still you're important. So a lot of that stuff resonated. Marco and Star had a lot of good lines too. Um, More funny stuff, I would say, kind of resonated there. And then Ichikawa is relentless. He's another guy who just doesn't give up. And he says to Kafka, like, why'd you quit? I'll never get that because I won't quit. I'll never give up, things
Yeah.
like that. I've done martial arts my whole life. And that's something my teacher really impressed upon me from the beginning is, resiliency and not giving up and just
Oh, you you
continuing
you
to
actually
push
done
forward.
martial arts?
Yes.
So that's
Yep.
probably where the name come from, Ninja Mac.
That,
Or so,
yep.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I
Yeah.
can.
So
Okay,
my
that's
last name MacArthur. A lot of people called me Mac as like a nickname in high school, and a good buddy of mine calls me Mac. And yeah, I've done martial arts since I was 11. I literally still train. I practice a few times a week. I go to kickboxing and get punched and punch people, and uh,
oh, that's
so yeah,
awesome. So
so
not
so
only are
yeah,
you kicking ass in JJK, you can kick some ass in real life too.
that's
Huh?
what's up. That's what's up.
Do you have any upcoming projects or conventions you're able to talk about? I know it's been a crazy summer for you because every time I go on social media, you're here, you're there. I got the chance to actually meet you at one, man. If y'all haven't
Yep.
seen my guy in person, please go see him. Great
Come out
dude,
and say what's up.
great
Yeah.
collectibles,
Dude, I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, this let's see. I'm not sure when this podcast will actually air, but this coming weekend, um, I'm in Sacramento for Sac Anime. And I always post on my social media, but I've got another maybe like 10 or so conventions for the rest of the year. As far as upcoming projects, there's going to be a video game dropping. So actually, Robbie, who voices Megami, Ray, who voices Sukuna, and then their
Mm.
third counterpart, Max Middleman, he who voices One Punch Man. He's in a bunch of stuff also, super talented guy. Those three dudes created a video game company called Sassy Chap Games, and they created a video game. It's a dating simulator, super unique, quirky dating sim called Date Everything, and that's coming out later this year. They're on like the press tour for it right now. They just got to go to Gamescom and all this stuff. So I can't say who I play yet, but I'm in that game. and
That's
it's
dope.
coming out
That's
soon.
dope.
So yeah, so it's exciting, dude. I'm very excited about it.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, stay away from my girl, y'all. Nah, but let people know where they can find you at on social media.
Yep, I'm at Ninja Mac everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it these days. But Ninja Mac, NinjaMac.
And also, I seen that you had a YouTube. Did you start YouTubing before or after the success of voice acting?
Oh, this was like, I mean, dude, I haven't been on YouTube in so long. That was probably 10, 15 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, I seen it. I was like, wow, you got a nice little following on there though,
There's
20K.
Yeah, there's a nice little following on there. I don't know where they came from. I don't know how that happened. I honestly think, like I said, Star versus the Forces of Evil was kind of a big Disney show. So I think a lot of it came from during the days of Star. I would post like some live stream things and stuff like that on there, so the fans would find it and watch it. So
Would you like to ever
and
revisit that universe? Like if they gave you the call, hey man, we got a new season of,
of Star,
Star
dude, yes.
versus
100% sign me up. I think the way the series ended would be perfect for a movie or like another little mini series. So yeah, they know. Disney knows I'm ready and available and willing.
Hey man, thank you so much for coming on to the show, Heroes. If you want to see more interviews and discussions from your favorite heroes or villains, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We still got the PS5 giveaway happening. I will announce the winner September 1st. It will be given away September 15th. Thank y'all so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Heroes, we're out. Let them know one more time where they can find you at.
Bro, thanks for having me. At Ninja Mac, NinjaMac. See you guys.
Sing it with me, pretty Cali, pretty Cali, pretty Cali.